The dazzling flashlights, thousands of cold white rays tearing through the night like invisible blades, transformed the Olympus night sky into a dramatic stage. The excited cheers of the crowd echoed like thunder, shaking the sacred mountains. The rich scent of lilies mingled with the aroma of fine ambrosia wine and expensive cosmetics, creating a suffocating atmosphere, luxuriously stifling. The red carpet stretched endlessly like a crimson velvet river leading to the magnificent Pantheon Palace, the venue for the Celebrating Love event, a lavish party of the highest order, gathering powerful gods and the Olympus elite. Eros, the god of love, the center of all attention, appeared amidst thunderous cheers. He walked the red carpet, majestic as a king, surrounded by fervent fans. His perfect beauty made everyone look up, hearts racing. Hair as golden and smooth as silk, soft as morning sunlight, gently swayed with each step. Eyes as blue as the deep ocean, sparkling like 1,000 stars, captivated anyone who dared to look. A smile as radiant as the morning sun, warm and charming, could melt even the coldest hearts, dispelling all gloom. Today he wore a custom-designed ceremonial robe by Hephaestus, the most skilled blacksmith god of Olympus. The pure white robe, woven from the finest silk, hugged his strong physique, highlighting his perfect lines. Every step of Eros exuded a regal, noble aura, like a prince stepping out of fairy tales. Paparazzi flocked from everywhere, jostling to capture every historic moment. The incessant clicking of cameras, piercing and noisy, could not drown out the shouts of fans. They screamed his name, Eros, Eros, we love you, Eros. Hands raised high with glittering banners, extravagant gifts, and precious ambrosia flowers. Their eyes were adoring, admiring to the point of frenzy, as if Eros were the only god in this world. Eros smiled and waved, responding to the warm affection of everyone. His smile was still radiant, still charming, but deep within those blue eyes, hidden behind the perfect facade, shone a worry, an indescribable emptiness. That emptiness grew over the years, gnawing at his divine heart, making him feel lost and lonely even in the midst of adoring fans. The life of Eros, the god of love, was inherently a series of red carpet events like this. From birth, he was destined to be the center of attention. He was the most desired male god of both Olympus and the human world, his fame resounding throughout the vast universe. His talent was a miraculous combination of art and magic. He could compose melodies as sweet as honey, touching the hearts of both gods and mortals. The tunes he created had a magical power, capable of healing broken hearts, igniting the flame of passion, and even bringing sworn enemies closer together. Eros's love songs were passed down throughout Olympus, becoming immortal melodies, hummed by the muses at banquets, sung enchantingly by the siren nymphs. Not only did he possess innate musical talent, but Eros was also a gifted painter. He could paint exquisite love paintings, as vivid as reality, making viewers sigh and tremble from the depths of their hearts. His paintings were not merely works of art, but also contained his magic of love. It was said that just by gazing at Eros's paintings, anyone's heart would be filled with love and happiness. His paintings were displayed in the most prestigious art museums of Olympus, attracting millions of visitors each year. And of course, one cannot forget his famous love arrow magic. With just one golden arrow from Eros piercing someone's heart, that person would instantly fall head over heels for the other, whether a powerful god or a tiny mortal. Eros's magic was unparalleled, capable of creating fairytale romances, but also causing heartbreaking tragedies and devastating wars, all for the sake of love. But behind that glamorous, magnificent exterior, Eros felt a profound boredom. He was weary of this superficial showbiz world, where everything was extravagant, artificial, and directed by Aphrodite, his mother, who always wanted to control every aspect of his life, orchestrating everything according to hollow scripts. From lavish parties lasting all night, where gods donned glittering masks, exchanging fake smiles and empty compliments, to fleeting dates with beautiful goddesses meticulously arranged by Aphrodite, everything was planned, staged according to her wishes. Even the perfect performances in front of the media cameras, interviews answering pre-written questions, smiles and waves rehearsed hundreds of times in front of the mirror, all were meaningless loops, unable to fill the deep void in his heart. Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty and love, Eros's mother, always wanted her son to become the perfect symbol of love, a flawless product of the divine world. She always wanted Eros to appear in public with the most magnificent appearance, the most brilliant talent, and the most desirable love life. She arranged perfect relationships for Eros with beautiful, powerful goddesses, creating divine couples that consumed the ink of the Olympus media. But she never truly cared about Eros's real feelings, about the deep desires in her son's heart. She only cared that Eros performed the role of god of love that she had assigned him well. For Aphrodite, love was a commodity that could be created, controlled, and sold to the public. She did not understand, and perhaps never wanted to understand, that Eros yearned for a different kind of love, a love that was genuine, free, and not bound by any script. These familiar rituals again. Eros sighed deeply in his heart, forcing a smile as he shook hands with a seductive goddess recently arranged for him. Goddess Hera, with her golden hair and sapphire blue eyes, smiled charmingly at him, her voice as sweet as honey. Eros, it is truly an honor for me to be by your side at the party tonight. Eros awkwardly replied, feeling a weariness of boredom rising within him. Is this love? A bitter question arose in Eros's mind. Or is it just a prearranged play, a role that I have to strain myself to perform? He felt like a puppet being manipulated by the expectations and pressures from his mother and from the entire divine world. Repeating the same shoot love arrows randomly, superficial dates, then quick breakups. He sighed inwardly to Hermes, the swift and witty messenger god who is always by his side like a shadow. The love I bestow is all fake. I'm just a puppet in the love show directed by mother. He lamented silently, his voice inaudible but filled with bitterness and helplessness. People love me for the title of God of Love, for this glamorous appearance, but does anyone really want to understand my true self? What is my true self? Eros asked himself but could not find an answer. He felt like an empty vase, gilded with magnificent gold on the outside but empty and lonely inside. Hermes, known for being a clever, witty, and somewhat mischievous god, shrugged and laughed, his eyes twinkling with mischievousness. "O Eros, your highness is the noble god of love. What more do you expect? Surely you don't want people to love you for your pensive nature and messy hair when you first wake up." Hermes deliberately emphasized the mundane, somewhat less than perfect aspects of Eros, teasing the god of love who is always praised as perfect. Hermes knew Eros was feeling dissatisfied and bored, but the mischievous messenger god chose to tease him to dispel the heavy atmosphere around Eros. Eros frowned, showing displeasure at Hermes's teasing. "You don't understand me. I don't want those superficial, frivolous feelings. I yearn to be loved by someone, for myself, not because I am the powerful god of love. I desire a true, deep, unique love, not that hollow script that has been directed by Aphrodite." In Eros's voice, the yearning for genuine love and the weariness of the artificial, divine life were evident. He felt suffocated in the perfect shell that Aphrodite had created for him. He wanted to break free from this rigid and stereotypical divine profession to seek a more meaningful life, a true love. True love. Does it even exist? Eros doubted, or is it just a hollow concept that humans and gods delude themselves with? Hermes patted Eros on the shoulder, his tone still hinting at teasing but becoming somewhat more sympathetic. "Your highness is thinking too much. Listening to you, it's like those young men stuck in teenage angst in the mortal realm. Come on, you are Eros, the great god of love, not some pathetic, lovelorn mortal. Cheer up, tonight there's still the celebrating love party organized by Mother Aphrodite herself. If you're gloomy like this, Mother will sing you a siren's lament in your ear, you'll see." Hermes reminded Eros of his responsibilities and image, while subtly hinting at the somewhat special mother-son relationship between Eros and Aphrodite. Hermes understood that no matter how dissatisfied Eros was, he still had to obey Aphrodite's wishes, still had to continue playing the role of the perfect god of love. But until when will this play end? Eros wondered, and can I find a way out for myself? Eros could only sigh, raising his blue eyes to the starry night sky. Millions of stars twinkled like countless unanswered questions, reflecting the tangled heart of the god of love. He questioned himself. What is the real meaning of love? What is my true nature? Is there a path for me to escape this rigid and stereotypical divine profession? Those questions kept drilling into his mind, gnawing at his divine heart that was once full of passion, gradually making it cold, empty, and skeptical. He felt like a mime artist having to repeat a role that was too familiar but never being able to live authentically. Am I truly the god of love? Eros doubted himself, or just a tool for Aphrodite to fulfill her ambitions? While Eros was immersed in deep thoughts of self-questioning, trying to find answers to those nagging existential questions, his eyes inadvertently swept across the noisy, bustling crowd. And then a miraculous, fateful moment happened. Amidst countless excited, radiant faces, luxurious robes, and expensive jewelry, Eros caught a figure shining in a completely different way. In the midst of the extravagant, frivolous divine world, that figure appeared like a quiet note, a surprising contrast. It was a young woman, petite and slender, her long black hair softly tied back with a simple elastic band, a few playful strands falling onto her forehead, creating a natural, free beauty. Her attire was so simple that she could easily be lost in any crowd in this bustling city. She wore a plain white t-shirt, faded with time, and familiar blue jeans, worn and torn in a few places. The sneakers she wore were also old and dusty. In a world where everyone tried to flaunt a magnificent, glamorous appearance, this girl's simplicity became extremely special, attracting all eyes. But what caught Eros's attention was not her appearance, but the special aura emanating from her, and especially her eyes. Those black eyes, deep and still like an autumn lake, though containing a hint of fatigue, worry, even skepticism about life, exuded a strangely pure, innocent beauty and an indescribable difference. Those eyes did not sparkle with divine radiance, did not contain the artificiality and frivolity of the Olympus world. Those eyes carried a genuine, rustic beauty but with a strange attraction, making people want to explore to understand. In the midst of the magnificent, extravagant, and full of artificiality divine world, this mortal girl appeared like a delicate but vibrant wildflower, growing in the middle of a rose garden bearing a rare, natural, authentic beauty. Psyche, the girl's name, stood quietly in a secluded corner of the red carpet, not pushing, not shoving, not shouting Eros's name like other fans. She just stood there quietly observing the noisy, bustling event, her black eyes shining with curiosity but also a bit of detachment, skepticism. Who is she? Why is she so different? Eros wondered, his heart beginning to beat with unusual rhythms. The moment their eyes met, it was as if an invisible but powerful electric spark ran down Eros's spine. He felt his divine heart skip a beat, a completely new feeling never experienced in thousands of years of working as the god of love. It was not the fleeting infatuation that he often bestowed on others, but a deep, intense tremor originating from the bottom of his heart. In that brief moment, Eros felt the world around him stop, time stand still, leaving only the image of the mortal girl with black eyes looking straight at him, carrying a mysterious message that he yearned to decipher. In those eyes, Eros saw another world, a world of truth, simplicity, without the artificiality and frivolity of Olympus. He felt an intense urge, a burning desire to step into that world, to explore the inner world hidden behind her simple appearance. Perhaps this is the answer to the questions I have been searching for, Eros thought to himself, a glimmer of hope flickering in his heart. That girl, who is she? Eros softly asked Hermes, his voice low, hoarse, his eyes still unable to leave the figure of the muse he had just caught. He felt a strange confusion, embarrassment, an emotion he had never experienced before. He, the god of love, who could make anyone fall head over heels with just a snap of his fingers, felt flustered in front of a strange mortal girl. How ridiculous. Eros mocked himself, but why can't I take my eyes off her? Hermes squinted, looking in the direction Eros pointed, then chuckled. But this time in the messenger god's laughter there was more surprise and amusement. Ah, so you're talking about that unemployed mortal girl. I think she's just a normal mortal named Psyche, I believe. What's wrong, your highness Eros? Surely you haven't been struck by your own love arrow, Hermes said, winking mischievously, intending to tease Eros, but also noticing the strangeness in the god of love's eyes and tone. Hermes had never seen Eros exhibit such unusual behavior before. The god of love, known for being cold, arrogant, and indifferent to everything, now seemed flustered and smitten with a mortal girl. Psyche, Hermes murmured the unfamiliar name, a common mortal name without any fame or power. Why would Eros pay attention to her? Eros did not answer Hermes, he just silently watched the girl's figure gradually disappear into the crowd, blending into the bustling flow of people. In his heart, a strong determination unprecedented had formed. I must find out about her. I must woo this unemployed muse at all costs. The flame of yearning for true love, destined love, had just ignited in Eros's heart, dispelling the coldness and boredom of so long. Eros felt a new source of energy flooding his body, a new goal in life. He no longer wanted to continue playing the role of the perfect god of love. He wanted to live authentically, to pursue the love that his heart dictated. And that love, perhaps, was hidden in the black eyes of the unfamiliar mortal girl named Psyche. Psyche, Psyche, the name echoed in Eros's mind, like a promise of a love adventure full of surprises and excitement.